Good morning and aloha. I'm Mac Lumen. This is Boo Boo. We're on the north shore of Oahu in the town of Hawai'i. I want to talk about my running for governor of the state of Hawaii. I have a website, mac808.com, and I'm making some YouTube videos. I go out every morning to work out. I do some Tai Chi exercises, yoga, and Qigong. And this has become part of making videos become part of my workout. So on my video, my legal name is Clyde McLean Lumen. So I go by Mac. We are sacred warriors surviving into the future. That's my platform, surviving into the future. Through a community-held vision of island self-sufficiency, participatory governance, cultural tolerance and respect, gender equality, socioeconomic justice, environmental sustainability, peace, and nonviolence. I'll go over those again in a little bit. Some facts. This year, 2022, the world population will surpass 8 billion. In 1800, it's when we reached 1 billion. After 200,000 years of Homo sapiens, we reached 1 billion population in the year 1800. 1900, we were at 1.5. 1950, 2.5. 2000, right close to 6 billion. And now we're just about to go past 8 billion. Scientist and author Stephen Emmett concludes in his book 10 billion. I think we are effed. World population will surpass 10 billion by 2055, maybe 2060. Population experts say it will level at 11 billion and never surpass 12. But that's too much. This does not and will not work, especially with climate change and environmental degradation. I was just reading something today about the Amazon disappearing. Could turn into a savanna. Ice melting on the north and south poles. Groundwater disappearing in places like California. California has 40 million people, same amount as Canada. Total population of Canada is around 40 million. Food, people, animals, insects, they're all migrating. They're moving around, trying to adjust to the climate change, the heat, and the dryness. Okay, a reality. 785 million people lack basic drinking water. 785 million people lack basic drinking water. That's over twice the population of the United States. 2 billion people use a drinking water source contaminated with feces. That's 2 billion people drink water with feces in it. Contaminated water can transmit diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, dysentery, typhoid, and polio. Globally, about 9% of the world population, 700 million, go to bed on an empty stomach each night. Each night they go to bed hungry. By 2030, it will be 850 million. Okay, the impacts of a warming planet. Loss of farmland and drought-threatened food supply. And not just that, it's that everything is migrating, moving around. Nothing is going to grow as well in this climate in the place where it is as it once did, and we don't know where the best place to plant, so experimenting will cost us productivity. Rising sea levels with flooding beachside properties. We're already seeing that. Just saw a house slip onto the beach up here. Deadly heat waves. Extinction of plant and animal species. A migration of plants, animals, and people. Okay, so I want to go back to what do I do with it? Island self-sufficiency. We need to produce 70-80% of our food source rather than importing 70 to 80%. I think it's closer to 90% of our food source. But university, UH is working with farmers, and there are other people at UH working with soil, and we need to, in my opinion, preserve farmland. Also, two things we need to do. As governor, I would order the cleanup of all the garbage on these islands. There's too much garbage, and garbage is depressing. It changes our attitude. Like driving up here we live in Manoa, and driving up here, I look at the garbage along the H1 and even H2. We're turned into a trash hole here. We need to clean it up, and so I would propose Saturdays from 6 till noon or 6 till 1, close off certain sections of the city and state, and pick up garbage, starting on the west side out at Makaha, and working our way into town. Okay, so island self-sufficiency. We need to produce food, and the food we can start with is by having food boxes in our backyard. Where I live, we all have a food box. A lot of us have a food box, and I grow probably 25% of the vegetables I eat, mostly in the form of spinach, kale, chard, eggplant, lettuce, grows a lot of lettuce, bok choy grows like crazy. I also grow ginger and some other plants. So that would make a big difference if everybody had a food box. So I'm going to sponsor that. I propose sponsoring a food box program, and we need to teach children about soil and about seeds and about growing and taking care of plants and improving the soil. And so that's what's nice about a food box, because you can manage the soil. It stays pretty much in one place. You can also create soil by composting all the green matter, just chopping it up a little bit, and there's some really inexpensive compost containers. I'll post one up on my blog on the website. So if you go on the dashboard of my website, go to the far right, you'll see category More, M-O-R-E. Click on that, go down to blog. I add things there that I think are important. So that would be the first thing. First two things. One, pick up the island. Do that at the same time that we're creating food boxes on all the properties that we have, and then creating more community gardens. So food boxes, and also fruit trees. We need more fruit trees. Like when I was growing up, there were apple trees. You always find an apple tree. Always find even a peach tree, or cherry trees are all over the place. Walnut trees, filbert trees. We need more trees. People should plant more fruit trees and not so many ornamental trees. Fruit trees could save us if we had enough fruit trees. We need 10,000 to 20,000 more fruit trees on all the islands. 10,000 right here on Oahu. So that's my beginning formula. Pick up the island. You know how when your house is not clean, it's a mess, or your car's not been washed for a month, and then how you feel after you clean it and you wash it? That's what we need. It changes one's attitude. We need to clean up the islands and keep them clean. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Mahalo.